So welcome to this little movement-based strength workout. Some really simple movements. With practice, they are slow, working on balance, working on opening up through the upper back and the scapula, and of course having fun while we do it. We're going to grab a resistance band to warm up. So just a really light one, and just starting off with some band pull-aparts. So you can stand, you can be kneeling, it doesn't matter. Keep the resistance light. Keep the arms straight so that you're squeezing the triceps as well. And then draw the upper back and the scapula together here. So I'm maintaining a slight tuck of my tailbone while I'm doing this as well. And aiming for about 15 repetitions here. Beautiful, and relax. Nice work. From here, we're going to bring the band up above our head and then start to pull apart. Again, if you've got one like this, you might like to keep the other end of the band behind the head or in front, doesn't really matter, but just try not to catch yourself on the chin. Just pulling that band apart, squeezing through the triceps, but also now squeezing through the lats as well. Again, probably just about at 15 repetitions or so. And as always with any of my videos, please warm up with the spine and also the wrists. I do have separate video on spine and wrist mobility so that the body is nice and warm. Beautiful. Let's grab some sort of a ball, it doesn't matter what it is. And we're going to come to our right foot, soften our right knee, and let the left leg float whilst we just pass the ball side to side for about a minute or so. So I'll do this with you, of course, today. So working through about 60 seconds, standing single leg balance, passing the ball between the hands. If you are practicing juggling or working with two balls, feel free to do that. Go for another 20 seconds or so here. So really trying to use that tripod of the foot, so about 60% into the heel, about 40% into the balls of the foot, so we're really starting to strengthen not just the muscles in the foot, but the glute medius and the VMO as well. We'll go 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, changing sides. Soft bent knee, and let's move it to the other side. It's really nice when we can use a tool when we're balancing as well, such as a ball. Again, just a little bit of work through the brain whenever we can get it as well. And it takes off the attention of what we're actually doing here, which is great. So here for about another 20 seconds or so. Just starting to feel a little bit of heat building into that standing leg. With this warm up, I recommend going through just twice through. That will be more than enough. As I said, after you've done that wrist and spine mobility. Well done, your warm up is done. Okay, the first one in the series is working with our band. Now, depending on how thick your band is, we want something that's going to challenge us. So we're going to work into a band pull apart. With the band pull apart, I'm actually going to put in a step back lunge when we do this. So when we're working through here, getting enough tension on the band so that when I pull it apart, I can squeeze my scapula together. But we're going to combine this with a step back lunge. So we're going to do 5 lunges, so working on our balance, whilst also pulling the band apart at the same time. So with your band, the wrists are just underneath the shoulders away from the ears, and I'm not engaging through the trapezius. From here, find a good solid ground on your standing foot, stepping the other foot back, and as I do, I'm pulling the band apart as I come back up. So I step back, and as I do, pull that band apart. I'm really focusing on the tripod of my foot, and I've got 10 repetitions here. Really driving down through that front heel, and then squeezing my shoulder blades together as I come back. Nice work, everyone. So staying with this one. All right, 4 more reps here. So super slow in your program with this one. 3. Good, 2 more. And last 1. You're going to go straight from the band to pull apart to some chest, just whacked myself in the head. I'll keep that in the video just for you for laughs. Some chest protraction. So we're going to wrap the band in our hands. From that position, the band is going to go across the back of the shoulder blades. So really working into similar to what we do in a scap press. So I'm standing here, I'm going to pull in and really pull my shoulder blades apart, pulling the belly button towards the spine, and then coming back to center. So we're going for 10. So 2, beautiful, for 3, We need to really round that spine. Good, for 4. Nice, 5. 6. How much space can you get between your shoulder blades here? 8. 3 more to go. Cool, 9. And last one, 10. Beautiful. Those arms and shoulders should be feeling pretty cooked after that. We are now moving to a sprinter squat. So I'm using a kettlebell here. Doesn't matter how heavy the kettlebell is. What we're looking for is with our feet. We have our, starting on my left foot today, I don't know why, but I am. Left foot is facing forward. The right foot is stepping back about halfway. I'm definitely not in a lunge. So it's about here. And my right knee is slightly externally rotated. So that when I come down to sprinter squat, I'm pushing down with my left heel, left knee, left ankle in alignment, right knee, right ankle in alignment. And my torso stays nice and upright. Cool? So maybe you start the first round with no weight at all. Up to you, we're going 5 on the right and 5, or 5 on the left, 5 on the right. You can start on the right if you want to. So belly to spine, so side dog through the tailbone. And we come down for 1, push through the heel. For 2, push through the heel. For 3, my goodness, we just did these in class just then. Actually, my legs are cooked. 2 more to go. So I'm on my back tippy toes, like I'm in a stiletto in that back foot. Beautiful. Changing sides, so right foot, that back knee is splayed open. Coming down for 1, push through the heel. For 2, push through the heel. For 3, and again, drive through that heel. I'm on my back tippy toes for 4. Good, and for 5. Nice. Well done. From here, we're now going to get into those hamstrings with some reverse bridge lifts. So we're going to point the toes, squeeze the quads. The fingertips are facing back. As we lift up, we really want to draw the groins together, the inner thighs, squeeze the quads and the hamstrings. And as we lift, keeping that chin tucked in slightly, holding for 5 seconds, and slowly coming back down. And again, lifting up, squeeze the hamstrings, the inner thighs, and push the ground away. 3 more reps here, push the ground up, squeeze, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then back down, so 2 more reps here. Really feel like you're pushing that ground away in that reverse plank. Squeeze your triceps and draw the shoulder blades together. Last one here. And relax. Straight away, grab your yoga block. We're going into our block crunch, one of my favorites. A really nice one for compression. So we're going to bring the block to the right quadricep. Push the right elbow into the block. The shoulders come off the ground, the belly draws to the spine. From here, we want to keep that left toe on the ground for these first ones. We're going to bring the left elbow into the left knee. Keep the spine on the ground, touch the toe down, bring the hand back. We're going for 9 more. So the most important thing is to keep your vertebrae on the ground here and press your elbow and your knee into that block. Fight for every single vertebrae on the ground. So really, really working that hollow body. I've completely lost count. We'll go for 4. Keep squeezing the block for 3. Keep fighting your spine for 2. And for 1. We're going to segment these in the middle with a turbo cat. So coming up, and again, this is, we're looking for this belly drawing into spine, so sad dog, tuck tailbone under. Fingers spread really nice and wide. I want you to tuck your toes, push the ground away, round your upper back, and hover those knees off, and we hold for 30 seconds. So with this, we want to make sure those knees are not too high off the ground. They're about 2 centimeters off the ground. Here, my joints are stacked, and it's like there's a fire underneath my belly, and I'm pulling my belly button away from the tip of the flame the whole time. 10 more seconds here. Breathe. Keep scooping that belly button in towards the spine. So really working out of the arms here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Ooh, shaking out your wrists. Let's go straight to the other side. So we're working into that block crunch now. So the block now is on the left elbow and I'm pulling in with my left quad. From here, tuck the tailbone under, so sad dog. Lift your shoulder blades off the ground and you either stay here or you can work the knee to the elbow. We're gonna go for 10. So 1, press the spine down, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, keep pushing that block for me, 7, we're nearly there, 8, 2 more, 9, and 10. Oh, I like to just hug my knees to my chest after that. Well done. Find your way up to stand, your active rest will be coming to your balance. So if you have a parallel or something you can stand on, fantastic. If not, a yoga block is perfect. Grip on with your toes. I want you to soften your standing leg and just start to practice bending that knee more. So really starting to fire up the muscles of the VMO and the glute medius, whilst also opening this floating hip. Soften your upper body as much as you need to here. And we're going to be aiming for, again, just 1 minute or 60 seconds, right, in between each round. So every time you do this workout, say 4 rounds, you'll alternate legs. So twice you will be on the right and twice on the left. Beautiful. Have fun with that. So recommend, the timing will be in the email that I will send through to you. But have fun with that. Use a weight in the kettlebell that challenges you for those sprinter squats. And be consistent with your repetition. Take it slow, enjoy the movements, and I'd love to know how you go. Okay, and if you are working on your handstand up the wall, we really want to maintain that sad dog through the tailbone, right? So tucking that tailbone under when we do come up the wall. So I'm just going to go up halfway, and I really want you to, a good way to do this is to actually film yourself when you're doing it to see if your tailbone is dipping down. We don't want that. We really want to tuck it up and under. So very similar to that turbo cat variation or working through the hollow body. That's what we want to try and do when we come up onto the wall. So definitely after wrist mobility, make sure you are nice and warm to practice these. It is just a practice of time. So coming down to the wall, lift this up so you can see what I'm doing with my tailbone. As we come down, we're going to walk ourselves in and up the wall, right? So from this position, I then want to find space where I'm not doing this with my tailbone. I want to really work through. So pulling that belly button in towards the spine and holding for time. So again, you can see it by using a camera, you can really feel where you need to be. We really want to eliminate this in the tailbone. Tuck it under and squeeze everything, pushing your way. Fight for that tailbone. And then in time, as you start to come closer to the wall, same deal, we don't want to tip through that tailbone, we want to lock it in and up. Eventually, bring yourself into the wall, same deal, pulling that belly button in towards the spine, squeezing the glutes, and working through that. But start low, get a feel for it, build up time on the hands and the wrists, and have fun.